45 years in keeping Louisville weird, Electric Ladyland has been there for all your eccentricities. While they do offer the best smoking supplies out on the market today, there's a whole lot more to check out. From ashtrays and blacklight posters, to records, incense and burners, and items to stock your metaphysical supply. They're open from 10 to 10, 7 days a week. Located at 2325 Bardstown Road in Louisville, Kentucky, and at electricladyland420.com. Roll out. What's going on, metalheads? Welcome back to another episode of Unsleeved. I am Mark Jackson and I'm your host. Holy shit, this is episode 7. I am essentially in my sequel trilogy now. And we today are talking about cassette tapes. Now, I do have a top 10 list of my favorite cassettes that I have. And I do just want to run through a couple of things here before we get started. You know, the history of the tape for me is kind of a running thing. Is I have always been a fan of it because it was my technology growing up. You know, it was what I recorded to first. Was to one of these, you know, ungrateful pieces of shit. You know, and I like that they're back, you know, I do like that they're coming back in so many awesome limited edition releases and all of that stuff, which is always super cool to see and everything, which I dig, you know. So, but tapes today are so much better than tapes, you know, 20 and 30 and 40 years ago. Because tapes today, you know, yeah, you've got the ones, you know, the ones that are so DIY that it's a copy, you know, it's a copied tape, you know, with a blank deal and with a handwritten lyric sheet that's folded up, you know, total DIY stuff. I love this about the cassette age that I grew up in. You know, because I've done this several times, you know, part of the tape trade, and hey, taking your Tascam to a local show and recording the set on cassette, you know, and then dubbing masters for the bands and saying, hey, here's your live show. You know, if you use it, just give credit, you know, that you recorded it with me and shit like that. But then, you know, you get into like the pressing deals, like this is Twin Sister Radio. This is a Gubby Records tape, which is super fucking rad, which, you know, Gubby Records is a Louisville-based label. Another one here, Satellite Twin, where they're in like the single deal, which that's what these are. These are kind of the singles, you know, and those are awesome. Because I remember, I still have some. They're put up in the collection. I don't think any of them made it to the top 10. So they'll get an honorable mention now. Is the band Dope. When I was at Ozfest in '99, they were going around handing out the two, the blue and the orange Cassangles that they had released. And I still have both of my copies from then, and it's so cool. They're actually put in with master copies of Overload stuff. So, but then, you know, as you get past the like the whole DIY thing, and then you get into like the produced tapes by, you know, that's actually a production tape that the band made, but they still have a DIY label, a J card, you know. That's so fucking cool. And then, you know, you get like bands like this is a rad fucking tape, you know, and I love this. And I'm going to show this to you because this is a red tape on one side, and on the other side is a white tape. So this is Hellnat and Glass Coffin split, and fuck yes, that's a rad idea. So now that we've talked through these, like, and this is total DIY. It looks awesome production, but once you turn it around, it's just a TDK fucking 90-minute tape with a label on there, and that shit's rad as fuck. So these are some honorable mention tapes, and I still have some really cool things here. This is a best of Steppenwolf tape, and I really dig it because it's like the first like album. It's real early cuts and stuff like that. This was a throwaway item from the Jeffersonville Library. It is the Wildlife Benefit Concert of John Denver. So, yeah, I still break these out and listen to them occasionally. And then, obviously, I have a ton of these, like, D60 cassettes that are unlabeled. I have no idea what it is or anything like that. I'm going to put it in the player one day and see, and maybe I'll label it if it's worthy of it. But in another 20 years, I'll do the same thing if I didn't label it this time. So you know how that goes. We all do that shit, right? And then, you know, obviously previous band demo stuff. I have a ton of those. So let's go ahead and get into my top 10 on these. And Rick Beato says in the top 5 that any of these could have taken the number 1 spot just because. And so I'm just going to grab a stack of them here, and I'm going to go, all right, so here is the first ones that are on my list of awesome deal. So the limited edition yellow cassette Electrocutioner Escape from the Catacombs tape. I still have mine sealed because, yeah, it's awesome as shit. I love it because I do have it digitally. It came with a D20 module, and on my desk I have the D20 that shipped with the module and everything else. Nat 1 as always. Alright, so this is an awesome one. This is a split cassette from Bastard Cross and Black Knife. Love both of those fucking bands. They're so fucking rad. Black Knife, Hellwolf, and everybody, such a friend of the Forge. Bastard Cross, Chevy McQuaid, you know. I have artwork from Chevy here. Break the Chains on the wall. Always support those dudes. So yes, definitely. Love it, and it's actually got download codes and stuff in there, and super rad of those dudes to throw those in. Speaking of Chevy, we have Skolovich, you know, and obviously this is still in there. It has been opened because it's not a shrink wrap. It's just like a cellophane wrapper that you can reseal for collection purposes. Love it. I love the little pamphlet that he has with it. Great stuff. Basher, the band. Fuck yes. Pins from the band Basher. Bobby, love him to death. He, check out another Riff Raff label, which is who this is pressed through. This is his band through his label. He has done some awesome fucking shit out there. You know, so fucking rad. You know, actually printed cassette. Screen printed on there. Real top-notch quality. I love the white, the white and red motif, the whole punk rock deal here. He also has a store with his significant other, Sam, and they, it's called Boa. It's in, like, Jolton or some shit, Tennessee. It's right outside of Nashville, so check it out. next on the list, and I might be flying through these. I'm just trying to keep the video length down, you know, to keep everybody into everything. Next on the list is this, and I've had this for about 25 years. It was a tape that was given to me in my first run of like, hey man, oh, you would love this. Check this out. You would love this. Check this out. I got some really cool fucking tapes in there. And this is one of them. And it is Speak English or Die from SOD. Worn this motherfucker out pretty much. It is an original Megaforce copy. So I love it. I still regularly go to it, even though now I do go to the digital version, the special edition that I have that was a rip from the 98 release of the CD. So the year was 1979, and all the world was caught up in disco and Star Wars. But in Louisville, something was happening. A young entrepreneur named Ben had a vision to be the best record store in all of the city. Fast forward to 2023, and Better Days Records is still going strong. Still, after all these years, owned by the same guy. We have had some trips and falls along the way, but so does life, and Better Days is here to stay. With two awesome locations at 921 Barrett Avenue and at 2600 West Broadway, better days are surely in your future. So, alright, continuing on. So as you can see, that was 5 down. So, I will go ahead and give you another cool one right now. So this is cool because this is straight up old school Metal Mix Volume 1. This is a mixtape done by me. It has some pretty cool covers on there. There's some Black Sabbath on here. There is some Metallica tribute songs on here. You got Whiplash, For Whom the Bell Tolls. You know, it was one of the tribute albums where, you know, like Lemmy played bass on a song and had done vocals on a song, and somebody, you know, it was like a whole bunch of different people, not just like, you know, the tribute to like where each band does like one whole band does Battery or something. Nothing like that. So this was like a bunch of industry people going through doing the Metallica songs, which is pretty fucking rad. So that was Metal Mix back in the day, back in the days of the Bronco 2, shit like that. Back onto the Cassingle thing, and in the late 90s, the Metallica had a lot of Cassingles come out for, you know, the Black Album in the early 90s, the Load and Reload era, where they had like the Rorschach paintings and stuff. And then they also did the single CDs this way too. So this is the original Memory Remains Cassingle. It has For Whom the Bell Tolls, You Haven't Heard It Yet mix. And I actually have this on CD as well. Which is the You Haven't Heard It Yet mix was done, I believe, by, it's right here, I can tell you, DJ Spooky, and it is for the Spawn soundtrack. So that was an interesting deal. So it's kind of like a techno beat with you know, some Metallica in there, older Metallica. Not a Cassingle, but kind of a cool deal. Vanek. And I don't know how well this is going to look on tape because it is gray on black, and obviously it is a black cassette. I'm just such a big fan of all the dudes in Midnight and what they do and all of that. So, fuck yeah. I love it. You know, the songs of Sam Hain and stuff that Vanek does, and all of the Halloween like music stuff that he has put out. And obviously he's been on the show a few times. Hopefully we'll get him back, and you know, maybe even Athanar again. So fuck yeah. Honorable mention time, because these next the final two will be tied for the number one spot. But honorable mention time, and I've had this cassette since, like I said, like the Speak English or Die. This cassette has been one of my deals. Like, it was the first time I really listened to Ozzy and really got like behind it. And so yeah, obviously it's an Ozzy album. So but it's not the one you would think. It is Tribute. And this is what I have now, this old like beige like tannish cassette. You know, such a great live show. Just from the beginning all the way through, where they play Revelation, Mother Earth, into Steal Away the Night, into the drum solo, into Suicide Solution with the guitar solo. And then they go and they end the show on like the, like, you know, they do the Iron Man, Children of the Grave, Paranoid thing. And then it's just so fucking rad. I love this cassette. I love this album, this live show, just because, like I said, it harkens a time when I was younger, and I still remember that first group of cassettes that I got. It was this. It was Speak English or Die. There was a Justice in there. I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, just so many awesome things, you know. Just, yeah, totally cool. So, numbers 1 and 2 to number 1. I love these both for two different reasons. First, I will go with the big one. Because it is a production reprint. That is why. No Life Till Leather reprint, Record Store Day, like 2014? Something like that. 2014, 2015, something like that. I do have two copies. I have this, which is open, that I've listened to. And it is very much a blank cassette on one side with the label on the other. I'm sure you can see any number of unboxing videos, because this has been out like a decade now. It's not... I wish they would have done it like the actual... you know, like the black label version, instead of just like the stamp with the track listing in like Lars's handwriting. But it's the same deal. It's not remastered, anything like that, so it's pretty cool. I dig it. Now, this one I love for a completely other reason, because it is to the heritage here in the Louisville metal scene. This is from a band which have not been on the Metal Forge, because by the time the Metal Forge was taking place, they were breaking up and doing other things career-wise. They have since had a showcase on the show with a new project, Sinistrum, but this is the Never Truly Dead demo cassette from the band Abominate from E-Town, Kentucky. And it's got 4 songs on it, or it has 4 songs on it. The labeling is just truly great. I love it. And like you could tell, it's total DIY, taken to Kinko's, printed off on a, you know, just like a weirdish... I mean, it was probably white originally, but now it has become this tannish tome of paper. And all of the people that they thank in here, you know, things like Ice House Beer, Labatt's, you know, just so many awesome things in here. You know, Heartland Music, Music Warehouse, the Doo-Wop Shop. Cool shit. Effigy and Cataclysm in any way. Anybody who they have forgot, they apologize. That's when, the hunger of being in an independent band when you're young and stuff. Because this came out in 94. And, they really were a mainstay in the scene for really about 25 years as a band. And that kicks fucking ass. So anyway, that is my talk on Cassettes today. I know I kind of went fast. But, I didn't want to take up too much of your time here on the weekend, so check it out whenever. Obviously, MetalForgeRadio.com, check it out. You can listen to the shows there. I know it is in dire need of updating. If you know anybody who is willing to put together and work for a great fucking cause, as in, help fucking brother out, let me know. Shoot me a message at MetalForgeRadio@gmail.com. Also, check out Flamekeeper.vip. You get these episodes up to a week early, as well as you get advanced copies and exclusive episodes of The Metal Forge, The Alehorn, The Mudhorn, and Unsleeved. Check it out. Do the thing. It's $1, $2, and $5 tiers. You get discounts on merch. You get discounts on tickets for upcoming shows. For example, the big goddamn metal show taking place in October the 13th and 14th in Louisville, Kentucky, promoted by the Metal Forge and Break-In Entertainment, as well as 21st in Germantown in the Mag Bar. Those are the two venues it's going to be at. Check it out. Also, SteelStoneFest.com. You can go there and find out about Jason's Fest, Steel and Stone Fest, where it's Twisted Tower Dire headlining and a band from Louisville playing, Temptations Wings, and a couple of other bands. So check those out. Fucking thank you all so fucking much. Remember, metal every day. Check it the fuck out. See you guys next time.
Maxwell's House of Music in Jeffersonville, Indiana is the premier 12,500 square foot music superstore that has served both southern Indiana and Louisville, Kentucky metro area for over 4 decades. Originally founded by Marvin and Beverly Maxwell in the 70s, this gym remains a Maxwell family-owned business. Mark Maxwell, along with his business partner Whitney McNichol, continued the reputation as being the national resource for all things music.
In 2022, the iconic Guitar Emporium of Louisville relocated to Maxwell's Music, creating the largest independently owned showroom in the region. The retail offerings at Maxwell's Music includes a huge selection of guitars, basses, amplifiers, effects pedals, modeling amps, keyboards, drums, banjos, mandolins, ukuleles, sound systems, stage lighting equipment, and accessories. The music education program at Maxwell's is second to none. From private instrument and voice lessons to DJ, EDM, recording, songwriting, and music theory, to rock school, weekend warriors, and Maxwell's Music Lab, there is something for every age and every ability level.
Down in Repairland, guitar and instrument repairs and refurbishment are taken care of by the Maxwell's team of expert guitar technicians and luthiers. They also do appraisals of instruments as well. Maxwell's offers installations for professional audio, visual, and lighting systems for schools, churches, clubs, VFWs, funeral homes, sports fields, and so much more. There's also rentable space at Maxwell's, from the music practice and rehearsal rooms for the individuals and bands, all the way to a meeting space and concert venue that seats up to 120. That also includes a professional audio, visual, and lighting system and a sound booth. Maxwell's has it all. All this plus an original functioning 1947 recording booth to make your own record. Go to the Guitar Hero throne, to the very own Elvis statue, and don't forget the Harmony Green Pocket Park. There's a reason the Maxwell's House of Music in Jeffersonville, Indiana has been recognized by the National Association of Music Merchants as a #1 award-winning best store design, as well as top 100 music store year after year. You gotta see it to believe it. Maxwell's House of Music in Jeffersonville, Indiana.